everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Without drama, but this week's developments promise to shock the village like never before. As tensions rise and secrets bubble to the surface, it's Tony Hutchinson who becomes the bearer of bad news that could change everything. Tony's dilemma. Running the Dog in the Pond pub has always been a cornerstone of Tony's life, but recently things haven't been running smoothly. With debts piling up and footfall dwindling after a series of scandals involving its regulars, the pub's future hangs precariously in the balance. This week, Tony faces his worst fears when he receives a visit from the brewery's representative. Over a tense meeting in the back office, he's informed that unless he clears the outstanding debt in 7 days, the dog will be repossessed and sold to another buyer. The news leaves Tony devastated, but he knows he can't keep it from Diane or the rest of the family. Diane's reaction. When Tony finally tells Diane about the looming threat to the dog, she struggles to process the enormity of the situation. "Tony, this is our home," she says, her voice trembling. "How could you let it get this far?" Tony pleads with Diane to understand that he's been doing everything in his power to keep the business afloat. But it's clear that she feels betrayed. The strain between them begins to show as Diane questions whether Tony's pride in maintaining control of the pub has clouded his judgment. The village gossips catch wind. Word travels fast in Hollyoaks, and it isn't long before Tony's predicament becomes the talk of the village. Miss Ba overhears a heated conversation between Tony and Diane at the Dog, and quickly relays what she's heard to Cindy. From there, the rumor mill kicks into high gear, with everyone speculating about who might swoop in to buy the iconic pub if Tony can't save it. Enter Warren Fox. Always on the lookout for an opportunity, Warren makes a sly comment to Tony about potentially taking the dog off his hands. "If you need someone to take over, I'm your man," he says, half joking but clearly testing the waters. Tony bristles at the suggestion, vowing to do whatever it takes to keep Warren's hands off his beloved pub. A community divided. As Tony scrambles to find a solution, he considers turning to his friends and neighbors for help. But asking for charity isn't easy for the proud landlord, and when he finally does reach out, the response is mixed. Cindy is sympathetic but realistic. "Tony, I'd love to help, but I've got my own financial mess to sort out. And let's be honest, this isn't the first time the dog has been in trouble." Meanwhile, Verity encourages him to consider selling a stake in the pub to a silent partner. But Tony isn't sure he wants to relinquish control. One surprising source of support comes from John Paul, who suggests hosting a fundraiser at the Dog. "We've done it before for other causes," he says. "Why not for the pub? It's part of the community." Tony hesitates, unsure if the villagers will rally behind him in the same way they have for more personal crises. The breaking point. Just when it seems like things couldn't get worse, Tony receives another bombshell. During a tense meeting with his accountant, he learns that the financial trouble is even deeper than he realized. An accounting error means the debt is nearly double what he originally thought. The news is the final blow, and Tony finally breaks down, confiding in Diane that he feels like he's let everyone down. "Maybe it's time to let it go," Diane says softly, though the thought clearly pains her. "We've been through so much, Tony. Maybe we need to think about what's best for us, not just the pub." A mysterious buyer steps in. As the deadline looms, a new twist emerges. Tony receives a call from the brewery informing him that a buyer has already expressed interest in taking over the lease. When he demands to know who it is, the brewery remains tight-lipped, leaving Tony and the rest of the village wondering who's waiting in the wings. Could it be Warren, looking to expand his empire? Or is Cindy making a play to regain control of a village landmark? There's even a rumor circulating that a blast from the past might be returning to Hollyoaks to take over the reins. Whatever the case, one thing is clear: the fate of the dog hangs in the balance, and Tony's bad news has set the stage for one of the biggest showdowns the village has seen in years. Stay tuned to Hollyoaks to find out who will emerge victorious and whether Tony can pull off a last-minute miracle to save his family's legacy. Would you like to add a specific twist or focus on a particular character in this storyline? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.